Hi Aquarius, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This, my lovelies, is your intuitive reading and distant Reiki healing for the time between the 25th of April and the 8th of May. We'll do two rows, one relating to the 25th, one relating to the last week of April and the second row relating to the first week of May, okay? So your Reiki, my darlings, will be activated during the course of this reading. I intend that you get your Reiki at a time it is appropriate for you to receive that. So if you are chilling, relaxing right now in bed, you will receive your Reiki during the course of this video, or at any other time that's appropriate. The healing we also intend is for your highest good as well. Okay, my darlings? So you can ask for this Reiki at any time. You can lie back and you can just enjoy the feeling, okay? And what you can ask for that to happen. Okay, my darlings, so I've already shuffled and meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera. Wow. Some of you guys are going to get some good Reiki. I can just feel it right now. I had this reaction with Sagittarius as well, which means a lot of healing has been happening for you. Okay, I'm going to be quiet now. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more on camera and then we'll get started with your reading, okay? Do you know what? I love your readings because they come through so clearly. The energy comes through very clearly. Okay, so now this is the energy that's at the base of your reading. That's a Four of Pentacles. Number fours are about our foundations, about the structures in our life. The fourth house is all in astrology is related to home and family, your roots, where you come from. Okay, about your security, about our security is the number four. Pentacles energy is where we put our energy and effort into gaining our security, actually. So it's interesting that you receive this card at the. By the way, look at that. Yeah, if it's at the base of the reading, this is like the overall energy that you or perspective that you need to see this next couple of weeks through. And actually it's showing that you are biding your time before making a move. You're sort of just wanting to not weigh things up, but you want to sort of see where you're at. And it might be because of love. It might be because of love. You know, you might be wanting a new commitment, a new type of commitment, or to deepen a commitment that you're in. But it's as if you have to consolidate, and this is the energy of consolidation. And I was with my I'll rephrase that. The other day, yesterday, whenever I went to the shop, the local shop. My local shop was closed because it was bank holiday, so I had to go to another shop up the road, and I was very close to my ex-partner, Wes, Tiny's daddy, house. So I thought I'll just pop in and say hello. So I popped in and said hello to Wes, and we were there for an hour or so, just chatting, so dog could see him. And he's an Aquarius, is why I'm telling you this. He's an Aquarius, and I would say he doesn't do what I do. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm all I'm all like I am, and he's all like you lot. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he's like all this stuff. What is this stuff? But I said to him, I said, how have you found it this year? I said, because I know that obviously for Aquarius is because of the transits and things, it's been a hard time emotionally. You've actually been starting to feel the emotions because the universe has been making it very obvious for you guys. And I think that that's what it's like for you. It's been a bit of a sort of a challenging year. However, Aquarius, and I think that's why you are consolidating right now, because you are recognizing that there is a shift happening for you. You're recognizing the shift. You see it, and you're not ready to make a move just yet because it's new. These are new experiences that you're having, which is exactly where you should be right now. You are evolving like the rest of us. You should be having new emotional experiences right now, Aquarius. You should be. And so it's difficult to act immediately and respond immediately to our emotions and our intuitions when we are only used to wielding this type of clarity and logic and judgment and reasoning. This is your energy, so you're comfortable with it. You know the Ace of Swords is about our thoughts, our minds, our clarity, our consciousness, our communication, what we say and think, and what we allow ourselves to say and think. This is the Sword of Truth. This is the universe giving you, helping you come into awareness. This is the opportunity for your awareness to grow. And you are being discerning. You realize that this is necessary right now. You realize that it's beautiful. You realize it's necessary right now for you to try to consolidate, to try to establish your own security on all levels, yeah? Because you're seeing, okay, emotionally, maybe I've not been engaging so much. Let me see how I navigate these things. Let me see how I can work with these things. And we got Temperance clarifying the Ace of Swords. Now, Temperance energy is the card that I call mindfulness. It's mindfulness energy. For those of you that follow me on Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram, on Facebook, you'll have seen the comparison post I did between Temperance, Devil, Lovers, Judgment. The four cards are on this post, and we talk about the 4 cards, and each of those 4 cards are actually related to our higher self, okay? And Temperance is healing because we are here, we are present, we are sitting here looking and understanding and trying to work it out and trying to feel, okay, what direction do I want to go in? Instead of applying logic all the time, we're trying to balance that with our emotions. We're trying to be discerning, but with our thoughts, which you are used to, but also by taking into account our emotional aspects, and also the parts of us that are in need of healing. So for you right now, it's like you recognize, okay, I am changing, I'm growing, I'm healing. You can feel it. You know it. And I say Aquarius they know everything, and you do. And I'm not being facetious when I say that in any way, shape or form. As I said to you over February, when we had the star, the Mercury retrograde in Pisces, and I experienced that star energy, and I tell you what, it just gave me a completely different perspective on you guys, on earth signs, and especially Aquarius. And actually, on my ex-partner Wes, actually, it really did, because you realise that if you know everything, but you don't know how you know everything, and then other people around you, or the water signs and earth signs, are trying to find out and work out what they feel, but you already know. You already know if this is right for you, if this is what you want, if this is where you want to go. You already know it. And you don't usually dabble with the emotional side because you don't need to. And I mean that I'm being that in the most sincere way. I'm not being facetious in any way. I'm saying that is what you know. That is a truth of your sign. And actually right now, yes, you have that clarity, that discerning, that judgment, that knowing. But now we have to temper that with the emotions. And that's why we are not moving right now. Because even though you know, Aquarius, you also know what you want to do, where you want to go, where you want to put your energy and effort into gaining your security, potentially to do with relationships. Even though you know, you also know that I'm in a different space now. I do have... my compassion is different, or my feelings are different now. I'm handling situations in a different way. You do know that. And so, it shows, these 2 cards show such maturity. such maturity, and that is such a beautiful, and actually it's very grounding. It's very grounded. And, you know, it's because there are changes. You know, this is the card of change, the Wheel of Fortune. Auspicious, i.e. lucky, opportunities and energies, new energies entering your life, new opportunities entering your life. And again, it's as if in the past you would have applied the logic. So you might have said, well, you know, yeah, it's more money, so I'm going to do that job, for example. But now you're taking into account this, you're being more mindful, you're being more present with your emotions, because that's helping you to heal and it's helping you to open up your heart space, which is exactly where you should be right now. So now, even though this is more money, this opportunity that comes in, for example, I hate making predictions, I'm just giving examples. So even if this opportunity comes in and you're like, yeah, it's more money, you're like, your emotions though, really, how do I feel about this opportunity though? Is it going to be something that's going to fit with my life? Is it going to be something that's going to fit with my lifestyle, with where I'm at, with where I'm going, with who I want to be, blah, blah, whatever. So you're not acting immediately. And actually, you are not just applying the logic, you are responding and listening to your emotions. And that is helping you to heal as well. And it's helping to bring change into your life in a really positive, this card just winked to me, in a really positive way. Yes, and I said to you that it feels very mature. Usually when, you know, and this is why I talk about the difference for me personally when I read intuitively. And I tell you about, this is what number 4 means, blah, 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 blah. This is what number 2 means, a commitment, blah. And I know those things. But ultimately, I'm about key, the energy, key wisdom, the energy. And the sense of groundedness that you feel, the sense of maturity, I should say, that you feel, even though it might be unsettling in to a certain extent, dealing with the emotions, you are grounded and you are confident. And you can be, even with dealing with new experiences and new opportunities that come into your life, okay? You can be grounded and mature, knowing that it's okay for me to wait to make this choice, to make the decision, because I am changing, I have grown, I have matured, and I have to just allow this to feel. And this is what, you know, and it could, you know, we've got love here, haven't we? You know, we've got love here. We've got some great cards, some great energies here though, haven't we? But we've got love here, and we've got our emotional foundations with the 4 of Cups. And these are feelings of disempowerment, how we've been made to feel not made to feel, but the experiences that we've gone through that have made us tell ourselves who we are. This is what I said to you about the heart space is healing. I did a reading, an intuitive reading for the transit of which one was it? Oh, that's it. There it is. I did a reading for this Venus in Pisces. You can still watch it. It's still available to watch. And I did a reading about this. And I said in that reading, I described that picture. Before I'd started, I said, this is what the universe is doing for us all right now, for you. So you've been through this. This is what the universe is doing. I said, it's removing this transit. Venus in Pisces is literally removing these swords from the heart space. The stories that we tell ourselves about the failures that we've had, about how weak we are, about how no one can ever love us, about how sad we've been, about how what, etc., etc., etc. These are the stories that we tell ourselves. And this is what is being healed. This is what the universe is helping you to heal and to recognize and to respond to. Things are different now. So when we see the 3 of Swords, it's happened already. It doesn't mean that this is what's coming towards you. I really feel like it's a change of this energy coming. I really feel like you're starting to be honest with yourself. And by honest, I mean not just in your mind, not just logically, but actually emotionally. You're starting to accept the responsibilities, the things that you've done to hurt other people, and the things that other people have done to hurt you, etc. Do you know what I mean? Or whatever it is for you as an individual. And we've all hurt people. Everyone, me too, I have, I'm sure, in my life. You know, not that we go out of our way to do that, but we've all done it. It's and that's why these energies exist. They're not these archetypes, yeah? We've all done it. We've all been hurt, and we've all hurt others. And the reason we all hurt others is because we've been hurt ourselves. We are fearful ourselves because someone else has made us feel afraid. Someone else has hurt us. So that can come out in relationships. That can come out in commitments. That can come out in friendships, etc. This is time now. This energy is moving on, shifting, changing. You're going through healing, and you're not going to make any solid commitments. I'm cheating, but look, I'm going to show you these cards. Look what we've got here. I'll show you this one first. You know, this is being stuck in a way of thinking that you didn't even realise. You know, this is you telling yourself, oh my God, I'm no good. Oh my God, You don't even hear it after a while. You don't even hear the things that you've told yourself. You cut off compassion. You cut off the link, the connection to your heart chakra, to your solar plexus and sacral chakra and root chakras. Those are the chakras, the areas all about our traumas and all about our passions and all about our creativities and all about our authenticity. And we are blind to the fact that, with the Eight of Swords, we are blind to the fact that we are not able to be compassionate because the story is on a loop. Number 8, karmic. The story is on a loop in our head for so long that we don't even realise that we're telling ourselves we're pieces of rubbish. We don't even realise we're telling ourselves we're not worthy, or we can't do it. I can't feel. You don't even realise you're telling yourself that. This is you coming into that realisation. As I said, it's the truth now. This is what is happening for us. This is what's happening for you. And you might be reading this now and thinking, yeah, actually, you might be watching this video now on the 25th or the 24th. You might be like, do you know what? I've literally come into this realisation this week that I've started to hear the things I've been telling myself. I've started to hear the things that I was saying to myself. I've started to realise the things that I believe, the stories that have been on a loop. I've started to hear them because look what we get now. We get the 6 of Swords. And again, swords, thoughts, mind, clarity, consciousness, communication. And this is, with the 6 of Swords, we understand our woundings. We understand the wisdom. I keep going like this, although read the post if you follow me on Instagram, Facebook. There's a way to view Instagram without being on Instagram. So I'll try to remember to put the link in the below, so you can if you're not on Instagram, you can still see the posts, all my posts, okay? Anyway, the 6 of Swords is like divine masculine, divine feminine, inner child, inner wounding. So our ego, external experiences, the masculine, the feminine, our inner wisdom, emotions and understanding, and our woundings with the inner child, the fears, the pain, the hurt that we carry around with us. And actually, the 6 of Swords is recognising that all of these aspects of me are of equal importance. And I did a post 665 spirit message. And I talked about the number 6s, and I talked about the number 5s, and I talked about the healing that came through. And that is really what you are starting to see. It's as if this week, or as you enter, as you've entered this week now, you're coming into this realization of, okay, Aquariuses, you're coming into this realization of, okay, I've been telling myself these things. I realize that because listen, you can't hate yourself because in the past you did something wrong. You can't beat yourself up about that forever. You've got to learn that was part of your journey. That was part of your growth. And it really feels like you're actually being very mature and actually sitting with this information right now. And you're sitting with this awareness right now. And you are learning to heal. You are entitled to be happy. And when I say bad things, or I'm not talking fucking, I don't know, whatever, like, we're not talking bad, no criminal stuff. I'm just, well, not necessarily no criminal stuff. You might be, what I'm trying to say is you ain't killed nobody. I don't know. I always think though, because I watch those programs, you know, those true crime programs and stuff, and I always think I would rather me be a victim of a crime than be the perpetrator, because I think, and believe me, as Wendy would say, believe me, you. But believe me, I have been through some bad stuff at the hands of people that hurt me. And I did this for years and years and years. Years and years and years. Didn't even hear that I hated myself. Didn't even hear that I tortured myself, that I wasn't having any compassion. Didn't even hear it. Just was a piece, I'm going to swear, I just was like a piece of dirt. And I told myself that. No one else told me that. But because of the things that I went through and I'd experienced, that's just how I felt. I always think I would rather be in my position, though, than in the position of a person that actually did the hurting. Do you know what I'm saying? But I think when I watch those programs, those true crime programs about, you know, people who are murderers and rapists and paedophiles and all that stuff, I think this might be controversial, but I think do they not deserve it within themselves to forgive themselves, to go through the same stuff I went through, i.e. healing, you know, go through the same steps toward healing that I went through? Do they not deserve that? I don't know the answer. I asked the question, do they deserve that? Can they do that? Is it possible for somebody to do that? Is it possible for, you know, these serial killers, for example, who've done some bad, bad stuff? Is it possible for people to go through something like that and to do that, to be a perpetrator like that, and to still go through healing like we can if we have been on the other side of that sort of treatment? I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know. It's something that I think and I wonder, because I feel like if I'm here on this universe, you know, doing what I'm doing, and I'm meant to be here, not meant to be, but do you know what I mean? I feel like I don't understand how it works for the other side of those people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like for that side of people. I don't know. But basically, I've digressed, man. But basically, Aquarius, you ain't done out bad like that, I'm sure. What I'm saying is you are realizing that you've got to let stuff go, because you do deserve to be happy. And, you know, I'm sure I don't have any, oh God, I'm not going to talk about that type of stuff. I don't know where that came from, but clearly that's something that someone needs to think about out there who's watching this video. So that's probably why I said it. Anyway, let's look. So look, number 5 now. So in fact, the description box below tells you all about Taurus season and gives a breakdown of all the number 5s. And this is basically, I describe it just down below as, we don't want to feel it. There's change gonna come, but we don't want to feel it. We don't want to feel the emotions. And this is, again, it's the same thing. It's like, you can tell yourself, okay, I deserve to be happy. I deserve to move on from this. But you don't want to feel the emotion of it. But you do actually. You're actually ready to engage with it. You're actually ready to start engaging with your emotions and to really truly go through healing, because we have to purge, we have to release, we have to let things go. You're entitled to be happy. I feel that about people. I feel that people are entitled to be happy. And I feel like your happiness shouldn't hurt other people. So yeah, if you like hurting people, then no, you shouldn't be allowed to go around hurting people. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, anyway. And it might hit you hard. I mean, I feel this is the healing that's necessary. Actually, it's activated with the number 5 in this reading, actually. So you've got your number 5 and you know. It's like the change that is necessary is for you to just appease yourself. Tiny. Stop it. Sorry about that. The change that is required is for you to really just recognize that these feelings exist and that you have to feel them, and that you're entitled to feel them, and that only by feeling them, my hand is going crazy right now, it's buzzing around it, it's literally buzzing. Only by feeling the feelings are you going to be able to fully, truly heal. And are you going to be able to fully, truly gain the stability that you want in your life and that you deserve and that you need and that you want, okay? So allow yourself to feel it. And the tower, we've had the tower, I think I've had the tower like so many times today, and it's always flanked by cards of opportunity, aces or number threes. It's always flanked with cards of opportunity because the tower is an opportunity. The tower is something that you've maybe feared. And this is maybe something, the depth, how deep the feelings go. You may have feared that. You may have feared responding to that or recognizing that. And this is it hitting you all at once. But it's a necessary thing that's healthy. As I said, you know, when my nana passed away in 2013, and I was so destroyed. I didn't go to work for months. I couldn't leave my house. I was, except to go to the doctor once a week. Other than that, I went to the doctor, you know, to have my checkups and my counselling, CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy. And then I would meditate and I would walk the dog, my tiny dog, you see. Tiny saved me, didn't you, tiny doggy? You saved your mummy, didn't you, Mushkin? And this is what it was like for me. I completely crumbled. And it's the strangest thing. I feel like I'm going to start crying now. And it's the strangest thing because that was the biggest blessing in my life. Hello, Tiny. Thank you. Good boy. You're looking after your mummy. Come on. Good boy. I told you, Tiny's an air sign. It's because mummy's crying. Good boy. Oh, thank you, baby. Look at him. You're all right. Mummy's okay. That was the biggest blessing in my life because... Good boy. It was the biggest blessing in my life because it was awful to lose my nana after... I was actually living with Wes at the time, Wes, my Aquarius partner. This is my nana. I'll cover her name because my middle name's the same. But look, that's how long she lived for. Look at her, she's beautiful. And he lost his granddad, Granville, the year before when we were together. So he lost his granddad. I lost my grandma. That's why I bought Tiny, by the way. The reason I got Tiny as a surprise for Wes, because his granddad always used to have dogs when he was growing up, little Jack Russells called Tiny. So I said, after his granddad passed, because obviously Wes is an Aquarius and doesn't really deal with emotions very well, I thought if I buy the dog, it will help him to open up. We can talk about memories, you know. And it worked. It was a beautiful thing, to be fair. That's why obviously Wes still sees Tiny, just because we're not together anymore. You know, Wes is still his daddy. So anyway, but this is that time. It was like the hardest thing I ever experienced. Well, do you know what? If there was a book about my life, you wouldn't believe the stuff you would not believe it, man. But anyway, it was a blessing in a way because, you know, feeling those emotions like that, because it was at that point that I was able to admit to myself all these things. It was at that point that I could no longer avoid the stories, the feelings, the emotions. I couldn't avoid it anymore. And I needed to feel this tower moment to feel these emotions in order to change, in order to gain my security fully. And it was it's bitter, the true, I suppose, meaning of bittersweet. Really the true meaning of that oxymoron. Shout out for my favourite word, oxymoron, love that word. And some of you could be tied to, again, toxic ways of thinking and thinking of yourself in a certain way and of not really appreciating what you've been through and of not really appreciating that you are stuck. Some of you, this is actually going to be, you're going to be ill, actually. Sorry to say it. Sorry to give you a shout out, but some of you are going to be ill. The Tower moment is going to be a moment of illness that's going to make you feel stuck, it's going to leave you stuck. I mean, actually stuck, you know, so you'll be stuck in the house. Your car might break down. Do you know what I mean? You might twist your ankle or, you know, nothing serious, nothing life-threatening, just it's the universe's way of giving you an opportunity to feel your feelings. It's the universe's way of giving you some isolation, but you're going to be feeling stuck and you're not going to enjoy it, but it's necessary for you. Look, you're going to be the hanged man. You're going to be waiting. You're going to be in a situation where that you can't move away from the house. As I said, it's not going to be anything. I'm not predicting. The things that I say are examples. Yeah, so when I say like you might break your leg or blah blah blah, I'm not predicting that's what's going to happen. I'm saying that this is a shock event that comes that helps you experience your emotions. The emotions are going to be flooding in, but you're going to be stuck and sat there facing with them. You're going to be stuck sat there facing them. But this is actually a blessing. And again, the Hanged Man, the second message of the Hanged Man is you've got to see the situation that you're in from a different perspective. So you might be like, oh my God, like why has my car, not predicting, why is my car broke down, or why am I poorly, why am I ill? See that situation from a different perspective. See it as this is the universe's way of, or whatever your beliefs, this is the universe's way of giving me an opportunity to really face up to my feelings, to really recognise the things that I've been telling myself in my mind, to really see it all and feel it all and experience it all. And even if it's dark, even if it's sad, even if it's upsetting, which it will be, which it may be, which it was for me, but as I said, it was the most liberating thing because I found my voice. I realised that the things that I was holding on to, that I'd held on to, I was able to see them for the first time. And I'm a Capricorn. And this is what I was able to recognise. I don't want Tiny on there licking his willy. I was able to recognise I've got to give myself compassion. I've got to go on this journey and focus on me. And remember, the queens are passive, so they're not about taking action. They're not about doing something. They're about understanding and awareness. Number 3 on the Tree of Life, I'm Golden Dawn, tradition of tarot, really. Because I work with the energies just like they did back in the day, looking at the Kabbalah, looking at the energies. That's why I meditate so much and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I digress, darlings, as you know. But this is... Remember, Pentacles energy, where you want to put your energy and effort. Number 3 on the Tree of Life is understanding the feminine. That's the first feminine aspect, okay, on the Tree of Life. And it's about understanding where you need to put your energies now. And also understanding that it's important to nurture yourself. It's important to nurture the things that will make you happy, or that you want to make you happy, or that you think will make you secure. It's you recognizing that those things are significant and important. And it's actually you also recognizing, as I said, that this time that's coming at the beginning of May or at the end of April, or whenever it's coming though, that this time, whether it be isolation, whether it be being stuck in the house for some reason, maybe bad weather or whatever, I don't know. But it's about recognizing that this is actually the universe's way. Forget the universe. I'm saying it's this. You need to see it as this is my opportunity. This is my opportunity to sit with my emotions, and I've got to see it not as yes, I'm stuck, and yes, I'm sad, but I've got to see this as an opportunity. And as I said, it's very your energy is very grounded, very mature. So I really think you're going to. Did I not mention the Empress? Did I not mention the Empress and say that in all the, or maybe I didn't. Maybe it was in the last reading. But every time this was come out the Tower, it's come out flanked by the Empress. I mean, this is like the same card. Both Capricorn. I mean, Capricorn's fabulous. Anyway, hang on. Let me just drink some water. Obviously, I would say that, wouldn't I? But anyway. So, this is the appreciation of yourself. This is you appreciating who you are. Similar message to this. You appreciating who you are and what you need, and recognizing that in itself is reward. brings abundance, brings awareness, brings expansion. It's like, I'm going to be me. I'm going to be who I am. We're not taking action yet. Because we're the queens. The queens are just about are about our understanding, our awareness, our wisdom. Well, wisdom's something different, actually. Wisdom's number 2 on the tree of life, which actually means wisdom's masculine. Wisdom's about the actions that we take. That's why my channel's called Key Wisdom, because it's about the experiences that I've been through, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I digress. I said that very fast, didn't I? But your video's getting long, so it's going to cut off in a minute, so that's why I'm trying to talk. So, you know, this is you realising who you are. This is you recognising, coming into this awareness. And again, it's challenging, it's hard. It's like me, you know, this is like me realising when I'm a teacher, you know, I've got a great job, earning, you know, decent money, and I'm in a relationship. I've been in that relationship with Wes. I'm talking still, the Aquarius. He's probably watching this. I'm gonna tell him to watch it, actually. I hope he does, actually. Anyway, this is like me realising, like, shit, I can't stay in this relationship. I need to nurture myself. I need to look after myself, because the healing was only took me so far. The meditation, when I was, and the doctors, you know, when I had the CBT, it only takes you so far. And once you come into the awareness of, this is who I am, once you find your voice and you realise who you are and you see yourself for who you are, it does create anxiety. It does create that anxiety, because you're like, well, things can't stay the same. I can't keep pretending anymore. I can't keep living this way. I've got to understand. I've got to continue to understand. I've got to continue to grow. I've got to continue to nurture myself, to strengthen myself, to expand. Number 3s are about expansion. Number 3s are about being comfortable, being you in the world. And again, as I said, that's why we can cause this. But this anxiety is here because this is good. I'm like, yes, good. I'm glad you can see it, because at least you can see it now. You ain't just like, it's not just like under the surface anymore, is it? And you're not like not seeing it. You're seeing it now. You're not just doing that, oh, well, this is what you used to. Oh, I'm just thinking that because of this. I'll just move on. No, now you see it, everything for what it is. You're seeing everything for what it is. You're seeing, you're saying to yourself, yeah, I felt that way. Yes, I did that thing. Yes, they did that to me. Yes, I did that to them. Yeah, I did. Yeah. And yeah, I hurt. Yeah, I do hurt. Yes, I do hurt. Yes, I do have feelings. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. That's the dark night of the soul. That's the 9 of swords. So, yes, good. No, dark night. Yes, good. We're glad we can see you. We need to see you, because it's only when we see this that we go through proper healing, that we properly heal. So for you, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in a job, it could be a relationship, it could be work, it's anything. It could just be your awareness, your healing, your spiritual growth, your expansion as a human. It could be that. It could be anything. Take your time with it. Allow yourself to come into that awareness, because this is leading to your actual security, fulfillment, healing and expansion. It's exactly what you need, Aquarius, okay? And I, for one, am extremely happy for you, okay? So, my darling Aquarius, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That is how you can support your YouTubers, you know, because we can spread the video far and wide with your thumbs up. Also, leave me a comment, share, etc., blah, blah, blah. Don't forget to follow Key Wisdom on Instagram, Key Wisdom Tarot, Instagram, Key Wisdom Tarot, Facebook, because we get extra stuff. As I said, there's different posts about different aspects of energies and numbers and the astrology. And we have conversations, and I learned so much from you guys just by those conversations. So I definitely reckon you should check it out anyway. Okay, I will respond to your comments. I always do, as you know. But I am on holiday, on the 26th. So I will probably wait, and I've got some emergency readings actually. So as well, before I go on holiday, so I've got to do those. So yeah, I will respond to your comments after I get back off my holidays. My darlings, it's my 1-year anniversary. As I said, you know, the journey that I've been on has led me here, and it was hard, it was challenging, but it was worth it. And that is, I really want you. That's the message for you. I think really the journey that you've been on, the journey that you're about to go on, is hard, is challenging, goes against really what you feel comfortable doing, but that is where growth comes. That's where truth comes. That's where expansion comes. That's where change comes. Okay, by us recognizing this is my boundary and it's time for me to surpass it. Okay, so my darling Aquarius, have a fabulous couple of weeks and I'll see you all again soon with your next readings. Take care, my darlings. Bye.